If you are working there, they will be trying to have sex with you. They will do that and they will kill you again.
At that moment, I was panicking because somebody will come today and maybe they will come and buy him or her away and others.
The depot center is like prison. If you are sick, there's no medicine for you.
A desperate call from a desperate Ghanaian in a foreign land.
Go and work. For they don't allow you to use phone.
She's in a detention camp in Saudi Arabia and wants to be free.
Yeah, papa, you kuni atuachne. Uto me kanso unhu baby awoko. Ya pamuchopo ya tuyapu. Si ajenso kwani yentimi mpiumpuni ya kwa jenso. Yenyamo mo apani ya wa mampeni wa Ghana ya tuaba. Ada ya tuaba papa.
Mo stop Saudi. Mo bia mo plake. Mo bia nyakwa imabiem. Mo bia nyakwa imabiem. Mo bia landada obia. Mo bia mba. Saudi is a living hell. Ahanye.
That's the sound of an enslaved victim we choose to call Sewa. She paints a grim and chilling picture of the horrors female migrant workers endure in the Gulf states. This is just a minute aspect of the nightmare those who fly in search of the Arab dream face. But this reality does not deter the many young girls who are in constant hurry to fly to countries such as Iran, Libya, and Saudi Arabia, trafficked by human trafficking syndicates.
If it is a fasting time, for that time you work until daybreak.
No food.
No food. Even you can work, you can be there sometimes going 2 weeks time, you cannot even bath. They will not give you chance to bath. Even if you eat in the morning, like if you take tea, sometimes maybe this in evening time, sometimes afternoon time, they will give you small food. But sometimes evening time, they will not even give you this thing. Like they will give you old, the one they eat and left. They will not give you new one to eat. They are not doing that.
This is Mariam Aishetu, a returnee from Saudi Arabia. When she sat in a plane en route to Saudi Arabia a year ago, thoughts that ran through her mind were that she was finally going to achieve her dream of a good life. She was promised a lucrative job and many goodies by her agent that will enable her write off all her life struggles.
I was selling a Brunin Katia at Ashama to Tema before I go there.
Does that suggest that you weren't making enough money, so you wanted to go there in order to make more money?
Yes.
What were you promised when, who convinced you that there were better opportunities there?
My friend convinced me that if I go there, I'll make enough of money and I'll come back and be someone in future, because the business that I was doing, it was not decent. It was not good because I was not getting what I want there, and that can lead me to steal, and I don't want to do it.
So when you met the agent who assisted you, what did the agent tell you?
He told me that if I go there, I'll make Ajia and I'll get a lot of money, and I'll not be working I'll only take care of their children, and then if I need anything, I can do it. If I want any food, that I can cook it myself and eat. That's all.
How much did you pay this agent?
Actually, this agent, I paid 5 million before I go.
No, it wasn't. It was far from the rosy life she was promised. Aishetu just added to the high statistic of female migrant workers who are maltreated and abused by their caretakers in the Gulf states.
When I went there, it was not easy because I don't even know how to put it. Because when I went there, I nearly died before I came back here.
When you say it wasn't easy, tell us, usually what do they make you do? What do you do there in the house?
In the house, when I start the work at 6 o'clock in the morning, unless evening time, midnight, maybe sometimes 3 or 2 o'clock before I stop the work. And if it is a fasting time, for that time you work until daybreak.
According to the Ghana Immigration Service, 16,365 Ghanaians left the country to the Gulf region in 2016. Between November 2015 and February 2016, an estimated 5,400 Ghanaians left the country to the same region. The figures show that about 4,100 of them were females. It further showed that Kuwait and Saudi Arabia were the destinations for more than 4,000 of them, while the remaining figure was distributed among Iraq, Qatar, Lebanon, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Oman. This is what is on the books of the authorities. But there are many out there whose details are undocumented. My name is Kwetenati, and today's edition of Hotline, I would be speaking to victims of trafficking, female migrant workers in detention camps, migration experts, the foreign affairs and gender ministries. Also in this documentary, I go undercover to expose an international trafficking ring to reveal how deep this canker is.
Sometimes if you are working the house boys or the men, they will be trying to have sex with you just because they are not getting ladies easy like here. So they will be doing that to you. If you are lucky, they will leave you. But if you are not lucky, they will do that and they will kill you again because they don't want them to get them.
Did you experience any of this?
Only once.
I've come to the northern region capital of Tamale to meet Mariam. The smile she greets me with soon wears out the moment we begin discussing her ordeal in Saudi Arabia. Long hours of work were the least of her troubles. She was sexually harassed every day till she could take it no more. Miriam says she broke her leg while trying to avoid being raped by her caretaker's son.
I was working, and that's my every day. If I'm working, the guy will be doing as if he wants to remove something in the cabinet. Whilst I'm standing there, he will be touching my bottom sometimes, and I don't like that. So one day I was in my room sleeping. It was fasting time, and his parents are all out, and he came inside my room. So after that day that I left in their house, he tried to have sex with me, and I pushed him down, and I jumped over a window and ran away.
When you jumped over the window, what happened?
I couldn't run because that it was 3 steps. When I jumped like that, I lie down till 1 hour before I now get up and run to the roadside. And police catch me and send me to the police station.
The law is supposed to protect the vulnerable, irrespective of your jurisdiction. But when Miriam ran into the police in Saudi Arabia and told them about her near rape experience, they rather dragged her to a deportation center and held her for 2 months. They condemned her for not allowing herself to be raped.
Yes, I told the police. The police and the Arabs police, they are all the same, because if you tell them, they will told you that who asked you to come there, because they knew that if you are working in the house like that, the boys will try to have sex with you, because they are not been seeing ladies like here. So if you are there working, they will be trying to have sex with you. So the police, I explain everything to the police. Even my case is small, so they didn't even mind my case, because my case is small in the police station there.
So did they imprison you?
No, they didn't imprison me. They took me to the deporting center and kept me there for 2 months before this deport me.
When you are the deporting center, what happened there?
When I'm at the deporting center, my boss came there and he told the people that he want to take me back to the house. And the people said that I should follow my boss to the house, because I don't understand Arab. I explained everything now, and they are not getting me right. So then I called Ghana embassy, and the embassy came there and defend me and told them what I'm trying to say. And they said that if that is the case, then I should be there. They will deport me here. But the deporting center, if you go there and see the way Ghana people are suffering there, wallahi, it's not easy. They are injecting some people, they make them mad. Some are even nearly dead, because I have one of my friends at Goshego side, no? They pour hot water to that girl. We are in the same room at the deporting center, but I don't know why.
Mariam is not the only one with a painful story about life in the Gulf. It's an experience many victims don't like to share. 20-year-old Akusia thought an opportunity to work in the Gulf states will enable her to fulfill her dream of accessing secondary education. Akusia's brother lured her to accept an offer to travel to Saudi Arabia. She abandoned her well-paying job to embark on the journey. But looking back now, she has regrets.
Nothing about those things. For me, like this, I was working, and through my brother, before I was connected to the agent. So he didn't tell me, he just told me that the work there is just like the work I'm doing in Ghana here. I was working with some Lebanese. He just told me that the same work, and if I get there, the people are very good. They will take me to shopping. They don't want me to wear my things that I'll bring from here to that place. They will send me to shopping. They will buy me phones, anything that I want. Even my food, my fridge is in my room. Anything that I wish to eat, I will get it. But unfortunate for me, it wasn't like that.
Okay. Would you say you have regrets also for making that decision?
Yeah, I have regretted. The reason being that when I was working here, although the money is not much, but I am saving on my own. I am things that when I was at home, I couldn't do. When I was working, I tried to do those things. And when I got there, the way they told me things would be moving for me very well, it wasn't moving for me like that. And I was very angry. Even chatting my family to tell them things are not going on well, they proved me wrong not to say anything. I should concentrate and continue with anything that will happen there. I should cope with it, which I can't. I know I can't. So I am not supposed to force myself or to struggle myself in such suffering. Yeah. I wasn't comfortable at all. I wasn't comfortable. I know I couldn't make it when I was in Ghana, and I thought I would go and make it in the end it haven't go through. And it's very, very annoying. I unfortunate for me, I couldn't continue my education, and that was the main reason for my family sending me there, insisting that I should go there. If I go there, I'll get the money to come and continue my education. I'm just a JHS graduate. I couldn't go to SHS, and because of that, they are trying to send me there to go and earn the money there and then continue my education, and it haven't worked well with me.
I was keen on understanding why Akos doesn't want to talk about her dark experience in Saudi Arabia. Akos is haunted by the history of maltreatment and abuse she and many other African women suffered at the hands of their caretakers. It's terrifying, she says.
In your case, what was the experience at Saudi Arabia?
My experience, it was very bad when I got there. In my situation, it was very bad.
When you say it was very bad, what exactly do you mean?
The exact thing that I mean is the very day I got there, on my passport, it was shown to me that I'm going to Riyadh. But when I got there, when we got to Riyadh, I was moved alone. We were 2 in numbers from Ghana to that place. And I was separated alone, taken to another country again. And through there, I got to experience a lot of things before going to my kafil house.
When you say you experience a lot of things, tell us about that experience.
When I got there, the person that came to pick me at the airport, he told me that he's sending me to the sister's house, that I'll be very comfortable there before my cafe will come and pick me and sort of things. He will give me food, everything. And I said, okay, I was very happy whilst he was talking to me. So when we got to the house, he sent me to somebody else, not even the sister, but that place. When I got there, a lot of people were there, different country, a lot. And I met a Ghanaian girl that she's also being taken to some place. At that moment when I got there, she's also going to another person's house, so she couldn't talk to me much. But there are some Africans there that I met, and they told me, when I got there, I tried to make friends with them, and they tried to tell me a lot about that place. And at that moment, I was panicking because that wasn't what I've heard of before going there. I was panicking. But the grace upon me, and through my prayers, I became friend with the woman in the house. In that place, to have overheard that they will sell you and the woman will take the money. She is selling and she will take her money. So I became friend with her, and she's also not from that country. She says she's from another country and she came to marry there. And because of my friendship, how I try to be free with her to just get her, to get some clue about the country, she told me a lot, and I tried to hold myself. And since then, she liked me a lot, and she bought me a phone that I should hide. If I hide it, it will help me. If anything, I should contact her, and she will show me the guidelines and then move out of it.
You said you got scared when you were being told of stories there. Yeah. What did they tell you that got you panicking?
When I make friends there, my friend was telling me that
unable to endure the ordeal and long hours of work with little food to eat, she absconded from her slave master's house. But she rather ends up in the hands of a man who wanted to sexually molest her. Akosia's savior became her unending nightmare.
The people in the country, they are very wicked. And I told her it is a lie. But for me believing, I was there for 1 month when a lot of people, somebody will come today and maybe they will come and buy him or her away and others. So there is a Ghanaian girl that came there. She was beaten, very beaten, and she got hurt. And through her speech, she said she's with her cafe and she's working. And they went every day. She would go to farm. She would go and bath for cows and others. After that, she'll come and cook. And one day when she went to the farm, the moment she came, she saw her SIM card on the floor, and the SIM card, when she bent to take it, the SIM card vanished. So that makes her panic, and she tried to run away from her house, and they caught her, sent her to police station. They beat her mercilessly, and they brought her to that place. So through that experience, I was very, very panicked, and I felt guilty.
Describe what you saw at that particular place for us and the condition in which some of the girls were in.
Yeah, the very moment I saw the girl, the condition in which she is very bad. And even the woman that I am free with, I try to convince her that she should take care of the girl, but she said she can't do anything because this is what the madam says and what the girl is saying is a lie. They mostly listen to them, but not us. If we are explaining ourselves, they don't want to listen to us, but listening to their fellow women, because what they say is final. They are taking care of us. So whatever they do is final, because they know theirs is right and ours is wrong. So at that moment, I became very sad.
This is the worrying situation thousands of Ghanaian migrants go through, especially in the Gulf region, including Kuwait, Qatar, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. A study by the U.S. Department of State in 2013 estimated that globally, the number of people trafficked yearly ranges between 600 and 800 million. Ghana is part of this statistic. Is it a challenge of lax security at the airports, or how do these girls make it to the Gulf states when the bilateral agreement that made it easy to travel to the Gulf region has been cancelled? The chief protocol at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Joseph Ago, blames middlemen, popularly known as Goro boys, who aid the girls to get around the system.
Recently, there was this meeting in the ministry where some stakeholders, both from Ghana and from some of the Gulf states and the Arab states, were called to a meeting on how to streamline the whole process. You see, now, we still have the Goro people in the system, and unfortunately, our women try to use some of these unapproved routes of using the Goro people to get access by way of documentations to travel. They get there, the passports are collected from them, and then when they are in a problem, there's no any other way out. So these are some of the
why are we finding it difficult in dealing with this challenge?
We are finding it difficult to deal with the challenge basically because we do not, as a people, we do not want to do the right thing. There are a lot of opportunities here. The monies that you pay for these agents to go looking for non-existent jobs will have given you some good job doing. You can set up a small scale, whatever you have, and start doing it. But it is like everybody's in a hurry to go outside.
And one person who was in a hurry to fly out of the country is 28-year-old Fidelia Ajete. She's also a Saudi returnee. She's currently unemployed. She fell for the sweet lies about good life in Saudi Arabia. Life in her dream paradise turned out to be hell, a place of torture.
The condition is very bad because they will not give you a time to rest. They will not allow you to rest. They will give you their food. We even send our food there, they reject it. So they will give you their own food. But it's difficult for us to eat the food. So as you wake up, I actually wake up in the morning, 4 a.m. I'll be working until 12 p.m. in the night. Then I wake up the next day 4 a.m. again. So you wash, you clean the rooms, the tiles. You can go and mop the wall. Those things me I do. So they don't give me a room to sleep. They gave me a hall. The bath that they gave me, that the place I bath, I go to private. I even dress myself in the bath. The lady didn't allow me to dress in their room or the hall. But there's so many rooms there that they can give me, but they didn't give me. So
why did they do that?
I don't know. But before you go, my agent, the one who do the passport, everything for me, told me that they will be giving me a place to stay, to sleep. I will be there with my phone. Even they will buy me a phone to call my people in Ghana and heard about them. They will also will know that I went and read. The day that I reached the house, the lady, she took my bag. She took my phone. I was having 2 phones. She took the phone. She told me that I will not use phone in their house.
Fidelia was virtually living a life of a prisoner, a life she never dreamed of when her agent first talked her into the idea. She never expected to be greeted by such condition. She was often locked up in the room and abused, she says.
My agent also told me that he is doing that work for so many months or years now. So many ladies are there. They passed through his hand before they were there. They didn't complain about anything. But when I go to the place, it was very bad for me. So I called my agent that I want to come back to Ghana. He said, no way. There's no way that I can go to Saudi. He spent so lot of money for my transportation, my tickets, my passport. So I can't come back just like that. I have to spend almost 1 year. And I told him the condition is very bad for me. And I even get sick. I got sick in the house. Blood is coming into my nose. So every day I'm crying. I told the lady that if she don't want me to go out, I'll go. So they lock the house everywhere. There's no place you can run. There is no place that you can get and run. So I was there. I told her that I will not work. I will not work again until she took me to the airport. Then I'll go.
Did you feel like you were a prisoner when you were locked in the house?
Yes, I felt like that because they doesn't understand my language. The woman understand English small, but if I'm complaining about something, she also don't understand me. Her own too, I'm not understand her. So I'm like prisoner. Even the time we come to the deposit center.
Is the worrying situation thousands of Ghanaian migrants go through, especially in the Gulf region, including Kuwait, Qatar, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. A study by the U.S. Department of State in 2013 estimated that globally, the number of people trafficked yearly ranges between 600 and 800 million. Ghana is part of this statistic. Is it a challenge of lax security at the airports, or how do these girls make it to the Gulf states when the bilateral agreement that made it easy to travel to the Gulf region has been cancelled? The chief protocol at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Joseph Ago, blames middlemen, popularly known as Goro boys, who aid the girls to get around the system.
Well, so that's the plight of young girls, with the problems and the difficulties they face in the Gulf state especially. And we're hoping that we can get some remedy. I have an experience of a friend who is there. I've known her for some time. Now she lives there. She called me a couple of times. The next time I tried calling, she says her master was around, so she can't receive a call. I said, but don't they know that you have families back home and you have to? And she says it's never easy. But she didn't narrate an incident, a horrid state in which she is, like the rest who come. But she said that her masters were strict.
So why would she come back home?
But she was. I'm not sure she's in the same state as those who tend to. She said she's managing. It's a choice that we all have to make in life.
It is. If you've got, anything to share with us on this, if perhaps you saw the full documentary play yesterday at 6:30 p.m., you can give us a call and then share those thoughts with us. But Roland, you also did have a conversation with the General Secretary of the Christian Council. That's also generating some comments on our WhatsApp page. So this one says, in as much as I agree with Reverend Dr. Opuni Frimpon's admonitions, I sincerely believe that the Christian Council should call Reverend Owusu Bempah to order for the disparaging remarks he made on the former President John Dramani Mahama by inferring that the sins he committed during the 2016 general elections has been visited on the late Captain Mahama, who happens to be related to the former president. There are messages related to other subjects. This one says one of the most. And there we go again. We haven't put the numbers, the number for WhatsApp, so you can call. The number to call is 0302-211-69102. What you see on your screen, the 050, that's our WhatsApp number. You can only WhatsApp or send.
So please don't call the WhatsApp number.
Regular text.
We'll put the main lines on the screen for you, not the WhatsApp number. Sorry.
Okay. Somebody sends me a message, but if it's not in good taste, trust me, I'm not going to read it. This one says, good morning, today and forever. No one has the capacity to take your life before your time. Receive grace to live till old age. And that's something lovely being shared on the platform as well. Okay, thank you very much for the message that you've shared. This one says, Mr. Rollins here we go. Mr. Rollins always wants to tell the world he's always right and the society is always wrong. Okay. All right, it continues. Let me just acknowledge Alhaji Willie P. and Ifyekuma, thanks for your message and response to the comments made on June 4 by former President Jerry Rawlings. Okay, this one says, I want to wish my daughter Nisi Edu Esel Abeidu of St. Louis Jubilee success in her impending BEZ exams. That's Ivy Abedi sending us the message. She's already in the hall writing the exams, right? Right now, and it's day 2 already. This one says, good morning. I love this conversation because there's a saying, the rights. Okay, please don't use shorthand. That's also another weakness of mine. But you know why? Some women are so selective. That's why you see some of them jumping from, hey, no, that's an old message. It says, I want to find out whether Sule and Prince is part of the 31-man squad. This was an earlier message that came when Benedict, yeah. Do you know? Sule and Prince. Okay, no, they are not. We haven't given them. Yeah, we haven't given them a call. So these are messages that came through a little bit earlier in our show, and I promise we're going to read all today. Please ask the management of Ye when they're going to pay their beneficiaries. For the past 7 months now, they have not paid. Please let them know that some of us are unable to loan their beneficiaries anymore because we're also out of funds. Hamba. That's how the message ends. But Roland, there are some international news, and I thought it will be good to get some updates on it. First of all, the Bill Cosby 6 assault trial got underway yesterday. And then there's Wonder Woman, which opened with some historic amount of money.
Has it opened?
Yes, it has.
You know, I've been watching the trailers over the last 2 months, and the movie is fantastic. Yeah? Have you watched the trailer?
No, I haven't. But listen, I watched
there are a number of trailers,
movie.
And sometimes the views that they get on YouTube, it's just amazing. And even the trailer itself grips you.
I'd seen, like the Wonder Woman figure in the movie, but I didn't connect it.
Yes, I think in one of those Avengers.
Is it Superman versus Batman or something like that?
Those Avenger movies.
And I was kind of seeing her for the first time. until I saw this Wonder Woman thing. It was
this
everybody
one
was talking about it.
The setting was in the, I think, within the World War period or something.
Okay, so why don't we just catch up? Okay, first of all, there's Samuel Amo Intadi. We will catch up on what we are talking about, but Samuel is joining us via phone. Good morning, Samuel.
Hello.
Hi, Samuel. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Mama.
Yes. Good morning, Samuel. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
We thank God. Let's hear what you've got to share with us. Let's hear you.
Yeah.
What
I'm
do you
okay. I'm okay. I'm doing great.
Samuel, I think you have to turn down the volume on your television set.
My worry is about the girls that have been.
Hello, Samuel? Okay, I'm afraid we have to let you go. When you call, please turn down the volume on your television sets so we can communicate through the phone. Otherwise, there's a long delay and there are disruptions and feedback because you're listening on the phone and you're listening on TV as well.
You want to get a feedback from the TV,
yeah,
whilst you want to talk on the phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't work
like
that way.
It just kind of disrupts the conversation.
Some time lapse between the two.
So give us a call back, Samuel Amo in Takrade. And then also an issue that we're going to, also try and update ourselves on is one that has to do with the U.S. president and the London mayor. There's a tweet that's got both of them barbing. We'll get an update on that. Muntari Rahman is in Tamale, and he joins us right now. Good morning, Muntari. Hello.
Good morning, madam.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
How are you too? I'm good here.
I am blessed. Let's hear you. What do you want to contribute on?
Yes, madam. I want to contribute.
Hello?
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, I was saying that I also want to contribute about the death issue.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sometimes when I watch Kali, especially from outside the country, like something like South, it's very terrible for them to be facing the death like this. They will come and show them lies that they want to send them to do some work which will benefit them in the future. But at last, when you see what they will even do, we are in the fashion period. I don't want to mention some certain things, which is for my fashion. It's very bad. Especially last year, we saw some video, the way they were treating them. It's like even animals will never treat each other like this when they are on something. I can't mention it. It's very bad, madam.
Yeah.
So sometimes I want to give advice to our young ladies and then boys. They should be careful with those people. We have been seeing them. Those people are likely to be Muslims from Saudi. It's very bad. We are not very happy with it.
All right. I see you're really, really unhappy about this situation, but thanks for calling and sharing. Let's go to Suleimana Isa, who is also in Tamale. Suleimana, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. You're on air. Let's hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm Suleimana calling from Tamale.
Sure.
Yeah, I really watched the video yesterday, and what I have to do is that one thing that is actually bad is about the sex aspect. One thing, we say one of our girls gave a scenario that when they want to eat what they want, they are sometimes being denied. I know you can't go to struggle for money, then you'll be eating what you want. What sent you there? Is it not because of the struggle of money? And also, at least we should educate our girls very much. You can even be at your own hometown and struggle to get money, what you want, because they are being blackmailed and sent out there. And let's realize that the best thing that they will do is prostitution. Meanwhile, when you are here and you are struggling, at least there will be more avenues for you here than going outside there. Some of them, one of them even attested that they were kept in a room That is, at least they were kept slavery there. And it's not the best thing for us to be promoting here at all. So I will encourage our authorities to keep an eye on them. At least when you are going outside, there should be a reason, a genuine one, a genuine reason why you are going there. What are you going there to do? Who are you going to? All those reasons must be spent down. It happens that when you go there, the reasons are being diverted in a way. So you will quickly be sent back.
Okay, all right, Suleiman. Very well. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Sure. Salifo is also in Tamale. Good morning, Salifo.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you. Salifo, you're on air.
Good morning.
Good morning, Salifo. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, I can.
Okay, all right. Let's go on then.
I want to comment a little on. Yes, please. I want to comment a little on the girls being. Good morning. I can hear you.
Salifo, do you have your television sound on? You have to turn it down for me.
Okay.
Okay. Salifo is joining us from Tamale, and kindly, when you call us, just turn down the volume on your television set so we can communicate through the phone. We're talking golf, gold in the Gulf. That's our latest hotline documentary. There's a part 2 of it that we'll show today, put together by Kwete Nate. It tells the story of how young Ghanaian girls are lured into the Gulf states only to be maltreated. Yesterday we showed assets. A lot of you had the opportunity to watch the documentary. There's a part 2 that we'll show this evening, but we want your thoughts on what you saw and how we can curb this. Salifu, are you with me now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear you.
I want to comment a little on the girls being trafficked to the Gulf states and turned into slaves. Yes, please, I'm with you.
Please go ahead.
It's quite an unfortunate situation, but I don't really understand our girls. You know, most of them are being lured because they have this attitude of get rich quick. There are a lot of job opportunities in Ghana here. They should stay at home, find something to do.
Okay. You think it's as simple like that?
It's not really easy, but when you study the trends of or the life of all these successful men, they never had it easy. So it's not really simple, but it's not easy, but they should stay at home, get something to do, no matter how little it might be.
All right.
With some perseverance and persistence, I'm sure they will make it.
That's a good call, Salifo. Thanks a lot.
They should just try and stay at home. It's quite disheartening, but all the same, I wish them well.
Okay. Thank you, Salifo. Kwesi Abuaje is in Winneba. Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I want to make, mine is in two folds. One about the murder of Major Mahama. I would like to add this question. With addition, what evidence is the police and ability using to arrest those who are killing those who killed him?
Okay, why don't we wait, because I believe they're still in courts?
I'm talking about the arrest, because the arrest is ongoing. And I believe they are using the video.
Well, we can't say, because that's a CID investigation. So you and I can't tell.
With what I said, I know that they are using the video, and I'm asking that why is it that they also use the video to arrest those who also maybe went to this in the court to also free their that's by the way.
Okay,
I want to also make a comment on my dear sister brothers in the Gulf cities or Gulf towns or Gulf countries. It's not only women who are there, it's not only girls who are there. We also have different boys who are also there to serve as security men, and they are harassing them. I was fortunate to have a video that the way they were treating the girls, seriously, using this like, I can't say it on this method, but it does was horrible. So if maybe the Minister of Foreign Affairs can find ways and means to bring our dear girls back home, it is very, I'll be very, very pleased with it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Ebenezer Thompson is in 2nd D. Aben, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
How are you too?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you.
You were here Yes, Sky FM.
Yes, I was. Many years ago.
I would like to talk about the reaction of the Christian Council Secretary. You see, sometimes, sometimes when issues come, they talk boldly about the other people, but when it is about themselves, they are not able to talk about it. Like, I wanted him to talk about Pastor Usubempa. His reaction, what he said was too bad, so I expected them to condemn it. But they are not doing anything about it. They are just talking, when it is MPP, NDC, but when it is about them, they should condemn it. This thing that has happened is very bad, and nobody should play politics or anything with it. We should all see to it that it doesn't happen again.
Okay.
So I don't think God will punish somebody for somebody's sin. God should have killed Muhammad himself. God will not visit this thing on his cousin or anything. God would never do that. So next time, Uzubepa should talk well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson from Second D. Akwesi Donko from Sunyai will be our last call. Akwesi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I also want to talk about the Christian Council Secretary.
Please go ahead.
I think he was. I think he was on the right path. And in the early 90s, we could hardly hear from these politicians on radio, on TV, talking about their stuff. When we go to churches, they do give us their part. But nowadays, they are always using this radio and television to tell the world whatever they have. And when it comes to politics, we all know how politics is being played in our country here. So when we go to our churches on Sundays or on Saturdays and we hear from our church leaders, that's all. We come back, sit behind the radios, watch television, and all kind of things we hear are from these politicians. Some of these radio stations are doing well. For instance, News Power. You come to News Power, you make a point, and if it's not a fact, you all believe me. They will tell you if you don't have a fact, you can't say it on that medium. But you go to other places, they keep telling us a lot of things, pouring our minds, and so all that I can say is fine. The Christian service, they are doing their part, but the radio stations, the television stations, they also have to try and let these politicians tell us what we need to hear.
All right.
They have to make sure they let them do the right thing on their platforms. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Donko from Sunyai. And those were some of your thoughts that you're sharing, not only on this issue about girls going to do all sorts of jobs in the Gulf states and being more treated, but you also expanded and talked about other topical issues. It looks like a conversation with Reverend Dr. Kwabena Oponing Frimpong. People really have opinions on it, but it's real, isn't it? Pastors don't call pastors out.
Yes, and I think also the tone of our conversation bordered on the fact that beyond the non-politicization of the subject, which he called the politicians to order not to undertake, is also the fact that the first port of call for each individual is the church or the religious pastor or whether the imam or whatever. And if you look at the scheme of things in the way we live and in our socio-cultural setting, we tend to believe those figures more than even the regulations and the institutions. So that is why a pastor's call about, somebody's death being visited on somebody's relative, reverberating a lot more than the causative factors which may have led to somebody being lynched. You know, so I was asking him why we seem to have those sort of physical gestures from religious leaders, even being pronounced on TV and radio. And so if you have the content of sermons saying that God will revenge or avenge whatever that happens to you. Then we're entering into the Mosaic era, which says that a tooth for a tooth or an eye for an eye or whatever it is. You know, and that is what is also reflected in the behavior patterns of us. Because all these things are just behavioral patterns.
True. You should have seen the lady at the courts yesterday that Latif spoke to. I mean, she's not related to the late Captain
and
Major in any way, and
vengeance.
she wants to kill.
You know.
Okay, so early on this morning, some of you sent pictures of your boxes. And I couldn't download all, but I've got some. Delali started off with us. Delali in Takrade. Here we go with your boxes right on your screen. This one is for Delali, Roland.
Okay, so Delali, Takrade, Tadi.
So others also
this one was given by a bank.
Yeah?
I've had this before at home.
Okay, so which bank is this?
I think it's Stancha.
Okay.
Or Zenith Bank or Stancha.
Okay. All right, let's roll the rest of the box. This one is not a money box. You didn't add your name. But shame on you, don't do this. This is temptation.
Money. So a little money movement replica in the homes of many people.
Yeah,
our viewers. And this one is, this one looks more like
This is from Godwin in Keta. He actually also puts 20 CDs every day.
No, are you sure he puts it?
Yeah, if you do a close-up, well, I don't know if he does it every day, but this is what he sent to us. And the 20 is almost going into the box. Hopefully you didn't pull it out, but you pushed it in. Thank you for going along with us on our little money moment. We've got a couple of boxes to show you.
Wow.
This person actually,
This one is for end of year.
Yeah.
Building project, end of year.
And the other one is coins, eh?
Okay.
So this person actually labeled the boxes.
I love this one.
This person, and that's Beatrice Esiama from Ho. You've got different boxes that you've
Beatrice,
labeled.
I'll come visit you at home and take one of the boxes and
things. We thank you. I tell you what, Roland, there were a lot more boxes. This other one, I think, was 10 Ghana cedis that was going into it. Again, hopefully he didn't pull it out, but he pushed it in. So we'll show you more boxes tomorrow morning when we're doing our little money moment here on the show. Yeah. That's our little money moments. And we thank you. We thank you.